Toby G from the Toby G and JD Show. We're happy hours every hour. And on our last video, we talked about the 31,000 Dow, which I think is going to go to 31,000. It's up again today. And we talked about gold and silver, and we had the stock pick of the week. And we're going to get to the stock pick of the week. I'll tell you what happened with the one we bought, and we'll go from there. Now, again, I want to talk about 31,000 Dow. Larry Elderson, who passed away earlier this year, he studied markets for years and years and years. And I watched him a few times, and I found that he was pretty accurate on his predictions. His timing was off from time to time, but it's very difficult to predict exact timing, no matter what the market is. And he has been pretty right on gold, a little off on the timing, like I just said, but I believe in buying gold as an insurance policy, not an investment. But he thinks we're going to have $5,000 gold, and I'll tell you why in another video. But right now, he says the stock market is going to continue to go up. And I did some studying over the weekend, and I agree with him. I mean, you can use a little common sense on this. We're watching Europe implode with their monetary system because they give away free health care. You can only work 35-hour weeks. You mandatory that you take a month off from work, and the government is giving you free health care. They give you free everything else. And with all the migrants invading Europe, it's not migration as far as normal immigration. This is an invasion of people that don't assimilate into the system, have 5, 10 kids apiece, and they're sucking off the tit of the government. And it's wrong. And Europe is imploding as I speak. You are going to see, and you're already seeing, mass capital move to the United States stock market. There's nowhere else to put the money. Bonds is the worst thing that you can put money in. Federal bonds, you got to keep it real short term because actually it's not paying you any money. I think it was a couple of months ago, Illinois started making payments on their bonds. Bonds is the worst place you can be. So where are you going to put your money? You're putting it into stock market equities because you see the stock market going up. They're claiming earnings are going up, but a lot of that is a lie. The lie is companies are borrowing money from the Fed at little or no interest rates. They're buying their own stock, which is diminishing the amount of stock out. And when earnings come out, they're having an extra 2 cents, an extra 3 cents in income per share because they're buying their own stock and there's less on there. By their earnings going up, the executives of the corporation are getting their big bonuses. So it's a big lie. This whole economy is a big lie. A lot of the things Trump is talking about on the taxes, a lot of that is going to work. A lot of it isn't, okay? Because the Congress is really making a mess of things. And you really need to have a system of a flat tax or a value-added tax to make the system work properly in the favor of the middle class and the lower class people. The way it is right now, the middle class are going to continue to get screwed even with this new tax plan. I don't believe that it's going to work the way it should. That being said, gold and silver, everybody should have 10 or 15% of their portfolio in gold and silver in your hand. If you can't touch it, you don't own it. Just remember that. You don't own it unless you can touch it, and you should buy it locally. Go to your local coin store, buy some silver ingots. You'll probably, whatever the gold, say gold is $18 an ounce, you shouldn't pay more than $3 or $4 over spot, okay? Let's face it, the coin shop has to make some money. No matter if you bought it on TV, you'd be paying money over spot. You don't want to buy it from these companies. There are a couple that are legitimate, and if you do, make sure you take possession of that gold or silver if you buy it online, and do not let them hold it for you. When you buy gold, you should be paying around $40. If it's really tight, $50, which is a lot, over the spot of gold at that time. And you should not pay more. If you buy it from a television ad from a company, make sure you watch how much over spot they're charging you. Make sure they're paying for the freight. And you take possession. Do not let them say, we'll hold it for you somewhere. You need to touch this gold and silver. Now, what do you do with it when you get it home? Well, for a starter, if a very small amount, you might make a false draw. in various drawers in your home. And to make a false jar, if you go to myangelscloud.com, that's myangelscloud.com, click on the financial page, and you go down, scroll down, and there's a YouTube video on how to put a false jar in your home to hide your valuables, whether it be cash, gold, and silver, diamonds, whatever. It's a really neat way to do it, and I'll tell you, it's a good idea. You ought to take a look at it. And there are other ways to hide your gold and silver and valuables, and I'll talk about that at a future video. Now we'll talk about the stock pick of the week. Last week, I bought iBuy. I paid, let's see, what did I pay? $37.17 for that stock. And I put a stop at $36.70. Well, I got stopped out at $36.70. It went down to around $36.55. Then it bounced up again. Right now it's trading today at $37.12. It's rolling over a little bit. I know some people that bought it when I did and had a wider stop. They're still in it. It's still a really good stop. You might want to widen your stop if you have it. I wouldn't buy it today, but if I had it, I would probably have a little lower stop on it. I'd probably have a stop at about, $36.40, and that would be about it. I wouldn't go much lower than that, because that is the, let's see, that is the 50-day moving average. It's 36.41. I'd have it just below that moving average if you're still in it. I wouldn't buy it today, but if you're still in it. The stock that I bought today was STM. I paid $20.42. And I bought Pics, P-A-Y-X. I paid $64.04. The reason I bought these stocks, they're looking very strong. They're above the 50 and the 200-day moving average. They have been for a long time. The MACD is just starting to roll up and move up, and the stochastics crossed and they're going up. So those are the stocks that I'm in. I would put a stop of, I don't know where I put a stop. I didn't write it down. I would give it a little bit of room. I would give it about 60 or 70 cents on the STM, and I would do the same on PayX. And put your stops in, because if it goes down, you can always buy it later. But you always you never buy a stock without putting a stop in. And I can attest to that. I've done it and I've got hurt, and I don't do that anymore. That being said, Christmas is coming up. It's a great idea. I mean, this is an idea. This is a local company, Tervis Tumbler. They put logos on cups. This is an ice bucket. It's insulated. You can drink hot or cold out of these. You can put your favorite sports team on it, whether it be Major League Baseball, hockey, basketball, whether it be high school, not high school, but college, or the NBA, or the NFL, or whatever. And the ice bucket is also insulated. You need about 10 days to 14 days to put in an order before it's shipped out, because these are all custom made. It's a great Christmas gift for the sports enthusiasts in your family, whether it be a male or female, or you're going to have a tailgate party. It's a great gift. It's a gift that most people wouldn't think of giving, especially if you're living in the Midwest, the Northeast. In the South here, in Florida, where Tervis is very big, and being a local company, it's made locally. If you look just below on the video, on the bottom, there's a link. If you click on that, it'll take you to the Toby G and JD gift store. These are custom, put in the team that you want, order today. It'll be shipped in approximately 2 weeks, and you can put it away. It's a great Christmas gift. With that being said, I'll talk to you next week.